Yeah, hi guys, it's Jimmy, and today I just wanted to talk about collecting watches and having fun with them, changing out the straps, um, seeing which way you like them better. Uh, I do like to muck around with NATOs on my watches. The funny thing is though, with my Rolex collection, especially the vintage, as good as they look when you have them on a NATO strap, this is a leather one, leather NATO on my on my 5513. Yeah, looks great. It's got that military look to it, that kind of field watch toughness. But I often won't keep them like this for very long because I just like to have them on the original bracelets if they've come with the bracelet. As much as it's fun changing them out, I'll tend to put them straight back on the bracelet. I don't know if it's because I worry about losing part of the bracelet or an end link or something, but yeah, I tend to do that. So it's kind of funny because then with my Oris here, this one doesn't actually have a bracelet; it just comes with a canvas strap that's over here. But I hardly ever keep it on the canvas strap. I do like putting on NATOs. This is another leather one. I'll usually have it on one of the canvas straps in the background there. Looks quite good on the striped one, that one there. But it just gives. I like the traditional size of this watch, being a 40mm watch and quite thin. But also when it's on a strap like this, just lifts it off your wrist a little bit. Just gives it that more, I don't know, that sort of field watch toughness, and makes it look quite cool, I think anyway. And then when it comes to the Seikos that are over here, I prefer them actually on an aftermarket strap. If it comes on a bracelet, like the turtle here, I've got it on its bracelet. Although this watch is probably a little bit large when you put on the NATO, it sort of gets, the watch head looks very large for the NATO. So I've left this one on the bracelet, but I do like this new one here, the green Seiko. I did leave it on the bracelet, wore it for about a month on the bracelet, and now I've just had it on NATO straps. So right now it's on a military green coloured NATO strap. They're 22mm wide, 22mm wide. I did just previously have it on the black NATO that the Rolex is on. I've been wearing it with that. That's only an 18mm strap, but I don't care that there's a gap there. Just go with that sort of vintage vibe, and just really comfortable. Yeah, and I like that aesthetic. Even to the point where, well, the black one here, that's the strap this one came on. That's why I bought it, because it came with a NATO. But I do like the traditional style of case rather than this style. But it was priced well, and it is interesting. I don't really have many black watches, so that's the reason I bought this one. But I haven't worn it much. Whereas the green Seiko I've worn quite a lot. Then aftermarket bracelets as well. This one here, this one's had a lot of mods done to it. All the dials been changed out in hands. It's got an aftermarket bracelet. It's not an authentic Seiko one, but it's their Jubilee sort of option, I guess. I do like it on that bracelet. It's actually my son's watch, this one. That was my bracelet for a watch. I think I had this bracelet on the Turtle, but he quickly convinced me in putting it onto his watch, and it actually does suit this watch better, being a more vintage model. I don't know how old this is, judging by the case back. Maybe some of you guys will know. Can't get it to focus. I don't know, I'm guessing 80s, maybe 1980s. But I mean, it's had too many things swapped out, so I'm not sure. It's a cool watch though. And then I've got my my vintage here. Everyone knows this watch is the one that was worn in Apocalypse Now. And they originally came on a Tropic rubber strap. So I've just got it on a nice green NATO. I did have it on a black leather one before this, and I think it looks brilliant on that NATO. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it's just fun swapping out straps, but it really is a lot more fun just on the Seikos. I don't know if it's just because they're cheaper watch, and so you have more fun just mucking around, pulling them apart and changing things. Whereas when you get into collecting the higher end stuff, whether it's new or vintage, you run the risk of obviously scratching something when you take the bracelet off, scratching it when you put it back on, potentially losing bits like the bracelet here. These end links are separate. Last thing you want to do is lose that piece. Yeah, so I tend to muck around with the Seikos a lot, changing straps. I think that's why I enjoy wearing them too, because you can get a different look out of the same watch with multiple straps. With the vintage pieces here, I don't tend to wear them. I wear them very little. So if you do things like, if I change out the strap, I'll literally put it on my wrist for the night, and then next day I'll be usually putting the bracelet back on and just tucking it back in the safe. I think it's got something to do with every time I look for a vintage piece, I always try to find it as complete as possible. So once you find it complete with the original bracelet, not a service replacement one, if you get an original bracelet with the original end links, the original clasp, you tend to just want to keep it that way, even though you're only mucking around. You're just taking the strap off and you can put it back on anyway. But I don't know, it's just the mindset, I guess. So, and also, obviously, I don't have any on rubber straps here. I don't have any aftermarket rubber straps, and the only watch I really do wear that's on a rubber strap is this one here. And I do, I really do enjoy wearing this watch. It sees a lot of wrist time. If we're going out, I'll tend to go to this watch unless I'm dressed too formal to pull it off. And even then, a lot of times, if you're wearing a nice crisp white shirt, I'll still want to put it on, and I'll sometimes put it on and question whether I should wear it or not. That's how much I like this watch. It's just love the beautiful color of the dial, the strap, the red chronograph hands. Just pops, a lot of pop. So, yeah, guys, I don't know what you guys think, but I always enjoy mucking around with the watches, changing bits on them. Mainly the straps, obviously. I have thought about doing, like you see, a lot of these Seiko guys, doing swap outs on the bezels and customizing dials and things like that. You see some pretty cool ones out there. I think I'd like to do that just because once I got into watch collecting, I realized I would have loved to have been a watchmaker. It's something I would have loved to have done. And now at the age I am now, I don't think that's ever going to happen. I'm not going to change my career. And so it's just a way, of filling that sort of void by, mucking around with your collection and changing bits on them. And the thing is, once you're changing straps, then you all of a sudden want to go a bit deeper and start mucking around with them a bit more, to the point where you can start getting case back openers like I've got over here, and you buy vintage watches and you open them up and have a look inside, and if there's something that needs cleaning a bit, you might try and clean it. So that's just a bit of what I'm about, I guess. And like to hear what you guys think, what you like to do with your collections, if you like to modify them or change straps out all the time. I think it's a great part of the hobby. So till next time, guys, have a great day. Bye bye.